The First Alert Storm Team Weather Center here on January 31st, 2022. We're finishing up the month of January on a nice mild note. We've got around 60 degrees for tomorrow as we kick off February. But the big story here is our winter storm watch. This is for Thursday. Not very common that you get a winter storm watch 3 days in advance. And I think the reason for that here, coming from the National Weather Service, is the weather models are in pretty good agreement. There's pretty good consensus in the data, and so the confidence is a bit higher that we could see some really negative impacts due to mainly icing across the area on Thursday. And I do think that we could see this winter storm watch expanded farther south and to the east to cover more of the WHS 11 viewing area over the next day or two. We still certainly have some questions that need to be answered, some of the fine-tuned details, exact timing, exact amounts, the precip types. This is one of the situations where we've got all different types of precip possible: rain, freezing rain, sleet, and maybe a little bit of snow. When that happens and you get that 32-degree line, that freezing line, to move north to south across the area, we're going to see a varying amount of different types of precip, and as a result, different impacts. And the impacts could be different from one county to another. And so a lot of this might actually just be nowcasting. We've got to tell you in advance that we certainly could see impacts, but some areas could be far worse than others on Thursday. But it definitely looks like ice is the biggest concern here for us. So thanks for tuning in to our live stream here on YouTube, Facebook Live, and just looking over some of your comments as well. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Wait for a few more folks to get on board before we really start to dig in. But there you can see our winter storm watch for areas along and north of the Ohio River, including Louisville. We've got Beverly Haggis, Lucia Reese, Dawn Barkham, Tammy Stanley, Joanne Steinhilber from Adair County. Adair County is kind of on that line where it's going to be a lot of rain, and you might see less of that freezing rain and sleet and snow. So down south. And you know, Grayson County is going to take a while, Kathy, to switch over to. And Lisa Smith, I wish I could certainly take this storm back, because I would love to take a huge amount of snow, which central and northern Indiana are going to get, over just a little bit of ice. Ice is annoying. Ice does bad things, as we all know around here, and causes some significant negative impacts if we get it, especially over a quarter-inch of ice. So the blue on your map is the winter storm watch for Thursday, for the potential of over a quarter-inch of ice. So the winter storm watch, ice biggest concern, beginning Thursday morning. Starts in southern Indiana first, and then throughout the day as that shallow Arctic air moves south, that's when we will start to see more and more of the icy impacts. Dangerous driving conditions, power outages possible, maybe even some tree limb damage. And the weather threats, as we break them down here: freezing rain, sleet, high for Thursday. Wednesday, it's heavy rain, so we could see some minor flooding, rising rivers, creeks, and streams, maybe an inch or two of rainfall. And snow right now looks like a low impact. We might get a light coating of snow on the tail end of this system. Finally, as the column of air becomes colder and colder and colder, there might be a brief period of time where we do get some snow on top of some of the ice Thursday night into early Friday morning. And again, we'll see this on our Futurecast maps here in just one moment. And what's great about being able to stream on social media, I can spend a lot more time here than I can on air. So we'll dig in detail here for you. So what questions do we still have? When exactly will the rain switch to ice? If it takes longer to switch to ice, then less ice. If it happens a lot sooner, earlier Thursday morning, we might be in more trouble with the freezing rain throughout the day. How much ice and sleet of that combo will we get? If it switches to sleet sooner, we would get less of the freezing rain, which I think would be better. If it takes longer to switch from freezing rain to sleet, then you're looking at more ice accretion or ice accumulation. How far south will the impacts go? Another question we'll be needing to look at. Right now, it looks like the impacts are lower once you get around the Cumberland Parkway and south. So this is the main storm hazard map. In the pink, that is your ice, which is freezing rain, and sleet, which of course is ice as well. And then as we look to the north, the heavy snow is like north of Seymour at this point, north of Highway 50. But I think areas around Bedford, Brownstown, Seymour, North Vernon do have the potential to mix in more snow as you guys turn colder more quickly. And then the pink, once you go south of Highway 50 in Indiana, all the way through most of the viewing area, is an icy situation. Ice is not nice, as we always say. So for tonight, normal chill, upper 20s, lower 30s. Tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures making a run at 60 degrees. This is your day where you can kind of prepare for the winter weather conditions that we see on Thursday. Maybe grab some fuel, some gasoline, maybe go to the grocery store, whatever you think you might want to do to prepare. And then into Wednesday, it is going to be soggy. It's going to be saturated, some heavy rain moving in the morning time. It's going to be a cool rain. You can see those 40s right there. Might get a little break at some point, but it looks like pretty steady rain throughout the day Wednesday. Okay, so then the switch over into Thursday morning. That is 4 a.m., and you can see the falling temperatures up to the Ohio River, watching that 32 and below line in that pink area. And then as we progress through the rest of Thursday morning into the afternoon, you can see the pink line and the blue line moving farther south. And so then you're starting to see that freezing rain move maybe to E-Town, Bardstown at some point in the afternoon. And again, this is still highly subject to change, the exact switchover time and the amounts and all that. And then we see that last period of time, early Friday morning, where we might see light snow as the system is winding down, and very cold Friday afternoon with temperatures dropping down to the 20s. So for tonight, hometown temps, just a few passing clouds, low temps in the upper 20s, lower 30s. High temperatures tomorrow, around 55 to 60. And then we're looking at that 100% chance of rain for Groundhog Day on Wednesday, 100% chance of rain to freezing rain to sleet, maybe a little snow by late Thursday night into Friday morning. Falling temperatures, that's kind of misleading, that 38 Thursday for the high. It'll likely be in the 20s by Thursday afternoon, or maybe latest late afternoon. Down to 20 Thursday night, 27 on Friday, 11 Friday night, 30 the high Saturday, 22 Saturday night, and then back above freezing for Sunday and Monday. So we definitely have the potential for some significant impacts across the area on Thursday. So there's your early heads up. Again, we look at the weather models, we look at where that rain to freezing rain line is, where the snow line is, and things are matching up very well with the European weather model, the GFS weather model, and the other weather models. So your confidence grows and grows when we've got a lot of consensus with the weather models. So it's good that they are agreeing, and that's why we have that winter storm watch this much in advance for at least the northern half of the area so far. So one last time, there's a look at that winter storm watch for counties along and north of the Ohio River for Thursday. I highly suspect that that area under the winter storm watch will expand with time. So thanks again for tuning in to our Facebook Live, YouTube streaming, all that good stuff here at 6:42 p.m. on this January 31st, 2022. And we'll definitely have a lot of updates on this. Stay tuned to this changing forecast over the next 48 hours as we approach the event. We'll have everything for you on our social media platforms, WHS11.com, our WHS11 app, and, of course, on WHS11 on air. We'll see you in a little bit coming up later tonight on WHS11 News, The Night Team at 11. Have a good evening. Enjoy the beautiful